Talk about creativity. Drivers are the most street smart people out there. You just cannot outclass them. Amazon drivers are hanging smartphones in trees to get more work. You think this is a joke? No, it's not. Check this out.
When the shift is a little slow, these are people who only get paid if they get the Amazon delivery job, and so they're sitting there and looking for any way possible to get that job, which could pay as little as $15. And so it is kind of a sign
during the pandemic.
And it's also shows how the gig economy, particularly in a tough bleak job,
right outside these distribution centers. This is right outside of Whole Foods.
Big lines of people waiting to get that work, and it doesn't hurt Amazon to have a bunch of people milling around.
So the strange phenomenon has emerged near Amazon.com's delivery stations and Whole Food stores in Chicago suburbs. Smartphones dangling from trees. Contract delivery drivers are putting them there to get a jump on rivals seeking orders, according to people familiar with the matter. Now, if anybody wants to scoop up 15, 20 smartphones, the guy's got to think about that. Now they know the word is out. They just drive into a parking lot at Whole Foods and somebody drives off with 20 phones. I wouldn't risk it, but it just shows how desperate people are to make money during the pandemic. Someone places several devices in a tree located close to the station where deliveries originate. Drivers in on the plot then sync their own phones with the ones in the tree and wait nearby for an order pickup. The reason for the odd placement, according to experts and people with direct knowledge of Amazon's operation, is to take advantage of the handset's proximity to the station, right? Combined with software that constantly monitors Amazon's dispatch network to get a split-second jump on the competing drivers. That drivers resort to such extreme methods is emblematic of the ferocious competition for work in a pandemic-ravaged U.S. economy suffering from double-digit unemployment, much the way milliseconds can mean millions to hedge funds using robo-traders. A smartphone perched in a tree can be the key to getting a $15 delivery route before someone else. Drivers have been posting photos and videos on social media, chat rooms, to try to figure out what technology is being used to receive orders faster than those lacking the advantage. Some have complained to Amazon that unscrupulous drivers have found a way to rig the company's delivery dispatch system. In an internal email sent by Bloomberg, Amazon said it would investigate the matter but would be unable to divulge the outcome of its inquiry to delivery drivers. The company, through a spokesman, declined to comment. Bloomberg reviewed photos and video of smartphones in trees outside Whole Foods and Amazon delivery stations. They show drivers approaching the phones and syncing them with their own devices, then sitting or standing nearby waiting for an alert about a route. An Uber-like app called Amazon Flex lets drivers make deliveries in their own cars. For many with other jobs, it's a way to earn extra money in their spare time. But with joblessness rising and unemployment payments shrinking, competition for such work has stiffened, and more people rely on it as their primary income source. Adding to the pressure, fewer people are using ride-hailing services like Uber and Lyft, so more drivers have to deliver online shopping orders to make money. As a result, some Whole Foods locations have come to resemble parking lots at Home Depot, like those at Home Depot, right, where day laborers have long congregated to pick up home repair gigs. Unlike hourly employees who get paid even when work is slow, gig workers only get paid by the job. So securing a route through the smartphone app is the first key step to making money. Most flex routes last from 2 to 4 hours and can be scheduled in advance. That system can be gamed as well. Drivers download apps on their smartphones that constantly monitor the Amazon Flex site and automatically take any routes that become available. Bloomberg reported similar use of apps, Instacart shoppers earlier. So here's the bottom line. We know that Uber and Lyft drivers are extremely creative, and there are ways to make more money than your competition in that game, right? You basically got to use your street smarts. You got to use the loopholes in the app. For example, when a person, I know this firsthand because this is one of my arguments in my lawsuit against Uber. They have loopholes in their apps, meaning if a driver comes in and wants to switch out a referral because he or she thinks they can get a higher referral elsewhere, they constantly switch around, right, through the back end side of the app, through the referral side. And, Uber is facilitating these deceptive business practices and is very quickly to turn around and blame the referring driver for, signing up an individual multiple times. We don't sign them up multiple times. What the smart driver does is they go around the back into the app and use that loophole. So there are loopholes everywhere. The companies start tightening them up, right? And in this case, I've never heard anything like this, but what I see here is people moving into these parking lots and just sweeping or stealing 10, 15 phones. That's what's going to happen. So this will change very, very quickly, and I bet you Amazon is on top of it. Your comments, please. Thank you.